Sports Pregame Show, sponsored by Kia.
Man, it is great to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit full stride. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sport. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. Well, when you watch the Hornets play, one thing that stands out about them is their relentless effort. This team really strives to keep the intensity up for all four quarters. How big is that for a team, Jet?
Well, you can overcome a lot if your roster has players that give that kind of effort. And, you know, they stole a few games last year because they simply wouldn't go away after falling from behind.
And that kind of effort has really helped usher in a new attitude for the franchise and to change the outlook. This team is really committed to winning.
Do you have intensity all the time, Shaq?
Most of the time.
When do you not have intensity?
When you hurry up and in this segment, I go to the bathroom. Breakfast tacos.
Oh, my gosh.
Hurry up.
Too much information.
Kevin Harlan.
I think
A
that's
little.
On the floor for Detroit, and small forward and power forward, it's Harris and Morris. Big Daddy is out there with Young, and it's Ellenson in at the 5. Chris, who was your toughest matchup when you were playing? For either the offensive or defensive side of things?
Oh, there was tough matchups every night. You know, I remember a couple of seasons I really had fun playing for Sacramento when just in the West Coast on a nightly basis, the power forwards were Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Rasheed Wallace, Brian Grant, and all these guys were in their prime. So I just remember having to be prepared every night, and you know, in the league, there are no tough opponents because it's tough.
Yes.
Period. You know, you can't sleep on anybody in this league.
Well said. And Chris, having played at the University of Michigan in the powerhouse Big Ten, we see a lot of their players go on to the NBA. Which player from the Big Ten is in the league right now that you feel is the best right now?
Well, I mean, when you look at the Big Ten, I mean, you would have to say Draymond Green. You know, I think right now, just he's playing at such a high level. I love my man Oladipo. You know, he can go. But, you know, at the same time, don't forget about the old wily veteran out there. And that's Mr. Ball Handles himself. That's Mr. Make You Fall Down, wait for you to get up so he can shoot the jumper in your face himself. And that's my man, Jamal Crawford.
No good from Lamb.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Oh, no, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
Now here is Harris. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. The Pistons have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Here's Lamb. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Hibbert with the screen, and Hawes kicks to Lamb. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Cold start to this game for him. A lot of his shots have been off.
There's the feed to Morris. And there's the pass to Young. To the wing on the left. The Big Daddy passes to Young. Beyond the arc. Oh, trying for it. The Hornets pull it in. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Oh, that's just a fantastic percentage. They obviously had the right offensive strategy. Kudos to the play call.
And speaking with Roy Hibbert before the game, he helped illuminate their defensive philosophy.
You want to guard the paint, and some of that has to do with myself.
When you have that sort of focus like Hibbert, that kind of confidence on display on a nightly basis, Greg, you are a game changer, and he does change games every night.
You know, and we saw his skill set and execution develop very rapidly over the course of just a couple years. He worked extremely hard to become the force he is on the interior in this game.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, consistent pressure on the ball, taking some chances right now. Other side scrambling to adjust.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Spencer Hawes. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Lamb in at the 1. Detroit making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. There's the pick. Hibbert kicks to Lamb. All sorts of time. Unable to get that one. The Pistons go the other way with it. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
Oh, man, the reserves were great. Give them credit. They provided intensity, energy. They gave the offense a tremendous boost.
Here's Hawes. Buries the long-range jumper. Hawes got 8. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Big Daddy, covered by Lamb. Passes to Marjanovic. Young outside, trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him, and he gets the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
To the middle. Here's Hawes, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Hornets trail by 9.
To many, Jeremy Lamb will probably always be known for being a piece of that James Harden trade, but he's still a young player and has started to make his way in the NBA. He's shown flashes of where you can see his potential.
For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Here's Big Daddy, covered by Lamb. The kick out to Young. Again, Young missing.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, everybody goes through slumps. He can't let it get to him, though. Everyone makes mistakes on the floor. You just have to always be thinking about the next play. That's an aggressive approach to the rack, but still he calmly floated it.
Levens passes to Big Daddy. Young outside. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. It's Young on the wing. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, remember when Roy Hibbert burst onto the scene in that great year for the Pacers, and he's still one of the league's elite rim defenders. He doesn't go for the block so much as create a wall. It's called the principle of verticality, and Hibbert says, I'm the godfather of that. I'm not going to name names, but there were some prominent coaches who said, you need to get rid of this. Kevin, here's the rules.
Yeah, DA, he didn't invent. He just perfected it. Thanks. He hits the second from the line. And Chris, you're part of perhaps one of the most exclusive clubs in NBA history as you were selected first overall in your draft class. What was that like? What an experience that must have been.
Oh, man, Kevin, it was a wonderful moment. I mean, I worked so hard to get there. I come off of disappointment in college, and so working hard and being able to kind of put that behind you and get right to the next level and be the #1 pick, you know, I was just honored. I was thankful. I was humbled. It was just a blessing, you know, and the craziest part about it is that it happened in Detroit at the Palace, where I won 2 state championships there. I won 3 state championships in Michigan and 2 specifically in the Palace and at Auburn Hills, and so that place is always going to be special to me. And just growing up and being the #1 pick, you know, it was just an honor.
Here's Roberts. He had 13 points in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. There's a screen, but 2-3. Here's Hawes. Got a piece of it. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Harris. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Outside Batum. Another miss by Batum. Pistons leading by 16. Fires from 14. Hawes with the rebound. Hawes got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Oh, he hasn't started this game on the right foot, but it hasn't slowed his team from grabbing the lead.
Here's Lamb. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Lamb's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Such a good in-between game. Lamb with the natural instincts for mid-range, plus the pure touch on the shot.
Here's Big Daddy, covered by Lamb. That one may be a little beyond his comfort zone, but he made it count. 15 points for Tobias Harris. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Dishes it to Hawes. Feeds to Batum. Batum with another miss. Here's Big Daddy. That's short off the rim. And through the first half.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. Hey, this is what happened.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Tobias Harris, he has really been playing well.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
The most intense guy on the court at times, put a lot of pressure on.
Detroit's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And with the core that this Piston team has, they do a great job, Chris, of attacking the glass.
Well, Kevin, and conversely, the Pistons do a great job of limiting offensive boards while on defense. Every game they are getting a handful of extra chances because of their approach. The leader is Drummond, but there are a lot of other active bigs to fill out the roster.
That's a shot that doesn't shoot very often. Udrich has got 11. Charlotte shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And Lamb kicks to Hibbert. He feeds it to Lamb. Here's the 3. Good on the triple. 12 points for him.
He spots up so well off the ball. Lamb, excellent all-around jump shot.
Young outside. Udrich, the pass to Big Daddy. Now Udrich. He's got 11. Off the pick. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Udrich has got 5 points now this quarter. Charlotte has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between three-point shots and two-point shots for Charlotte. outside. There's the screen. Pass to Big Daddy. Morris outside. 6 to shoot. Batum with the steal. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. That's good from Kid Gilchrist on the assist by Batum.
Man, I like it. How hard Kid Gilchrist works for these close-range shots. It's just a testament to how much confidence he has in himself.
Morris passes to Big Daddy. Back to Morris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Ellenson kicks to Young. 5 to shoot. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Young's got 10.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Outside, Batum. Back to Hibbert. Down by the Pistons. Ellenson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dishes it to Udrich. Young outside. And the wide-open shot from Morris. Another 3 for Detroit.
Terrific use of the catch-and-shoot jumper from Morris. Catching the D flat-footed and torching them as a result.
Now here's Hibbert. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Pass to Lamb. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah, I expect this first one to be a battle of wills, though. I mean, each side trying to gain the upper hand, not just for now, but for the rest of the series.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Kid Gilchrist against Young. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Hibbert.
Now, for a long time, the Hornets team adverse to taking threes. It just wasn't something they valued. Last season, they changed their tune and started taking a lot more threes than in the past. It was a big reason why they saw their offense jump up.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. First one falls for him. Harris is checked in for Udrich. And so he hits both. 1:52 left here in the third quarter. Detroit's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Down low, Ellen. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Shooting one.
And with the Hornets embracing the 3-ball last season, Chris, they would end up 4th in the league in threes attempted.
And don't believe the hype. It isn't as simple as take more threes and do better on offense. The Hornets went out and looked to add players that could stretch out defenses with their range. The space created by shooters did just as much for their offense as making their long-range shots did.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
No good from Big Daddy.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Outside, Batum. Charlotte again missing.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
You're going to have to shake that off and forget about it. You got to stay confident in himself.
Taking a look now at the stats for Hawes, this past month he's really set himself apart. He's averaging 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Good on the second free throw.
Detroit has had such a rich history with the Pistons, and there have been so many great players to put on the blue and red. Just think about it. Guys from the Bad Boys era like Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Even further back with guys like Bob Lanier.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
When he has the ball in his hands in transition, he always finishes strong, just like he did there.
The dish to Lamb. He kicks it to Hawes. Left side, Batum. Shot clock at 6. No good from Lamb.
He just looks off in this one. Can't seem to throw it in the ocean.
Morris kicks to Harris. Young passes to Big Daddy. Back to Young. And a missed layup. Lamb. He can't get that one. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth. A whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Detroit also making some changes. John Lure, he's checked in for Harris. Young comes in for Johnson. And Big Daddy subbed in for Smith. Batum teams up with Kid Gilchrist on the perimeter. Spencer Hawes out there with Zeller. And it's Bellinelli in at the point guard position. So that's the Hornets 5. The Big Daddy passes to Lure. Fires, high post, and again shot good from Big Daddy. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Batum dishes to Bellinelli. Perhaps the most memorable team, Chris, you played on the Kings of the early 2000s. We see a lot of teams now that have that same up-tempo style with great passing. Is this the way basketball is meant to be played?
You know, I think so. I think, you know, you have 5 players on the court, and unlike other sports, you have to play offense and defense on this team. And so to keep guys motivated, to keep guys engaged, you want guys that want to touch the ball and score. There could be guys that can be just decoys out there, but they're still touching the ball, being part of the offense. And it's no worse feeling than to come down for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possessions and not touch the ball. And as a fan, for me, it's nothing worse than watching a team come down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possessions and the guy try to go one-on-one and he really can't score. And you're looking at the coach like, get this guy off the floor. So team basketball is great. Why? Because you get more open looks, better shot selection. You get different guys in different positions. And I think most importantly, you don't think about this, you get more highlights because it makes the defense move from side to side. It makes the defense more engaged and pay attention. And therefore, when they slip up, it's that much more special with the play. And you can only do that mostly with 5 players that move the ball. So, yeah, team ball is definitely the best player. But even on the best teams, you need a guy that can go get you some buckets.
Like that. Pick by Zeller. Batum inside the 3-point line, and the Hornets miss again.
Is he trying to get a shoe contract deal? Because he's showing no interest in moving the ball right now. He's trying to make a one-man commercial. He's just content to try to get his points, and that's all.
Batum against Young. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And you have to admire the penetrating ability of Young, just slashing apart the defense with his speed.
Kicks to Hibbert. The 8-footer. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
David versus Goliath, except this time, the bigger man wins this one.
To the wing on the left. Now, here's Levins. Bellinelli is covering, and he makes that one. That's 10 points for Denver Levins.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
Well, they just look sharper out there compared to their opponents, and it's because of how they are spreading the floor on offense.
Pick by Zeller. Shot off the screen. A nice shot by Roberts.
Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's getting harder and harder to become an NBA owner. Franchise values are skyrocketing. The league, Chris, as you know, has set limits on how many minority owners a team can have. 25 per team is the number. They each have to own at least 1%.
You know, there's only 30 of them, and the chance to make an impact on a franchise is just tremendously exciting. You know, we've seen in the past years where ownership groups could become very fragmented, so I definitely understand that train of thought.
Great perspective. And Ellenson pulls it down.
That's a shot that will drive his teammates crazy. There's just no reason to take it. He should have kicked it back out and reset the offense.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Tobias Harris.
Well, look, he made the tough shots, he made the easy shots, he made all the shots. It was an offensive showcase for him tonight. He's the reason they're going to run away with this win.
And Lure kicks to Young. Shot on the way. Hibbert pulls it in. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Harrison. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's just picture-perfect defense there. Really stifled this man and gave him no chance at a clean look.
Back to Young. The pass to Big Daddy. Pulls from the top of the key. The shot comes out. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Alton, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
That was a hard-fought game, but all I'm thinking about is practice, working out a couple kinks, and then our next game. It's around the corner.
There he is, Mr. Commander-in-Chief. How you doing, Prez?
How you living, man?
Good seeing you.
You too.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah. Whew.
We have landed. Man, Air Force One coming in for a landing? Let's go. Wasn't even close. The boys didn't stand a chance.
Tower,
what was you playing? Like
Tower,
wheelchair
this is Press
league?
coming in for landing. Tower, over. 6999 F.
什么鬼？赚500多块，代言赚的还是比较快。
So, this is how you broke through the rookie wall.
This is it, man. I got to give this guy all the credit. I mean, Xavier changed everything.
He told me how much you helped him this season.
Well, it took him a while, but once he came to me, we were able to figure out what works best for his body and his style of play.
And diet.
Especially that.
So what kind of things did you really need to work on?
Mostly balance, man. My balance was way off.
Yeah, if you don't work on it, it's going to be off. It's inevitable. It's very rare that anyone has a good balance of strength, flexibility, and core strength.
That's funny. You wouldn't think that about elite athletes.
You know, we have one player on the team that's close. Justice came in that first day and just has that build, you know, like a boxer. Prez here's a great athlete. We just had to fine-tune it.
Yeah, and it paid off.
So it sounds like you're going to keep up with it?
Oh, definitely. I'm going to try. I mean, I'm trying to hire this guy in the offseason to stay ahead of the game.
Off-season? There is no off-season for champions.
I like that.
I got it from someone smart.
Should write that in the training room.
Just get a tattoo right there.
Yeah, maybe a tat. Yeah. No, but this guy's the best, man, really.
Yeah.
I mean...
Say that again?
This guy's, he's all right, really. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1700限点什么好呢？ 这投资报酬率是最高的。控球75、76。 PM 7点了。
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. And we've now reached critical mass for this very exciting NBA season. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit.
That wasn't that bad.
I don't know, man. You think this means they'll pass us the ball more?
I think this means that we can just pass it less.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm serious. I mean, I don't mean freeze anybody out, but we should start calling our own shots. Letting everybody know this is our team, our city.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about.
And we got to do something special here. You know, establish it straight up from right now. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, why can't we win right now? People always say we have to wait because we're rookies or something, but we could get this done.
Nah, all we got to do is hold each other accountable. You know, and work harder than everybody else.
Look, man, if we do that, this is the start of league-wide domination, baby. I can feel it.
It's the Eastern Conference on display, featuring. Now it's sent it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sideline.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Hey, this Celtics team is...
They've got some tough physical players, DA. They don't take plays off. And, Chris, would you say at this point in the season, teams know what their strengths and weaknesses are?
Well, if they don't know right now, they're going to be in trouble.
A nice clean game, huh?
And so off the tip, it's Boston. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the wings, Caldwell, Pope, and Harris. John Lure's out there with Marjanovic. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. A wide open look. Horford.
Well, and Horford doesn't always shoot a lot of free throws for a star big man. You'd like to see him getting that respect from officials.
And it had been something that had been talked about in the past via trade, but Al Horford at Boston in the offseason via free agency was the fit that he wanted team-wise, and Horford was ready for a new challenge. So great fit with this roster and the city of Boston.
Free throw drop for Al Horford.
And Horford, a pretty steady free throw shooter. I mean, he had a few down seasons, maybe due to those pectoral tears, but I'll tell you what, he's been right up there around 80%.
New group in for the Celtics. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Horford. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Johnson. Brown is checked in for Bradley. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And a different look here for the Pistons. Ellinson's checked in for Marjanovic. Morris comes in for Lure. Young's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Big Daddy's subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Al Horford got a max deal to come to the Boston Celtics, GA. He's on the wrong side of 30, but when you look at his game, his all-star resume, you don't see a real sharp decline coming.
Great point, Kevin, and that's why the Celtics were willing to give Horford the contract they gave him. It was one of the bigger free agent names on the market. You knew that the Celtics would want to make a splash in free agency, and he was their guy.
And there's the feed to Young. Here's Morris. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
When Morris gets free from mid-range, he's very effective.
Get over here, guys. Hustle up. Let's talk. We've got to improve our offensive execution, gentlemen.
This team has continued to focus on tough defense to win games. They have the talent and the effort to continue to improve.
Boston making a switch here. Green's checked in. Smart kicks to Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And if you aren't playing defense on this Piston team, then you will not see the court. It's just that plain and that simple.
And you're exactly right. It's a saying that says the bench is a coach's best friend. What better incentive than to sit that guy on the bench for being lazy on defense? And good team defense starts at the top down. Coach Van Gundy has been preaching it, and the leaders on the team have brought it in. They do a great job of rebounding to close out possessions. Pistons also contest every shot they can get to, even on the perimeter.
And he gets it to go. Big Daddy's got his first bucket in this one.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
Confidence is contagious, and when you see a guy like that finishing over a bigger man, it's got to motivate his teammates.
Now here's Zeller. He's covered closely. 6 to shoot. Goes up with a stripe. And it's Brown missing.
Total breakdown on defense there, but fortunately he missed that one.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, and it's all evened up. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
One of the things Harris does so well out there is shoot the 3-ball, which in turn opens up the floor for the rest of his teammates.
Pick by Zeller. Kicks to Green. 3-pointer. Morris with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Here's Harris. And Detroit again with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Smart with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Heat in Miami. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist from Olynyk.
Well, that's because he prides himself on the unselfish play. And Olynyk, making the right play there, moving the ball to the open man.
The Big Daddy passes to Morris. Here's Harris. Can't hit that one. And it's Boston the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played. But they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
Yeah, it was a shame anyone had to lose. Home court advantage may very well have been the difference.
Detroit's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And the wide open shot from Morris. The Pistons rebound, and that one drops. Ellinson's got his first bucket of the night.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
That's just a real lack of physicality in the post there. No reason at all that they should have gotten the rebound off that.
Here's Smart. Second chance shot, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, you gotta like the aggressive D going for the block, but he got it just as it was on its way down.
Young passes to Big Daddy. He dishes it to Morris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Big Daddy. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Chris, you played for 5 different teams. How much does the city you live in and call home matter during an NBA season?
Well, it's different for everybody. You know, it's different for everyone. It was great to go home to Detroit for me because I wanted to live and stay in my city. I wanted to eat my mother's cooking before the game. You know, not many times could I do that. You know, I could only do that once or twice or once a year playing on the West Coast. So, you know, those type of things, being close to your family, you know, if you have younger siblings or children, that type of thing, you know, if you have kids with school they go to, you know, I've seen players take and weigh all those things. But for me, I've just been blessed to play in some great places with great fans. Washington, D.C. was a wonderful place. You know, that city really showed us a lot of love as a young team trying to find our way. And then Sacramento, you know, just some of the greatest fans in the world as well, just embracing us. And they had embraced the Sacramento Kings in so many losing seasons. So that's just who they were. Their character were just that of encouragement. And so I'm glad that we were able to give the people of Sacramento what they have been waiting for so long, and that's some exciting basketball. And so, you know, the cities that you play for are very important. And me as a fan, you know, I still thank the Bad Boys for how they represented the city of Detroit during those years, and Isaiah and Joe Dumars and Bill Lambier. So for me, just from a fan perspective, the relationship with the city, the players, is always important.
Well said. And Young just drilling the three there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
And they're moving it up. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kept alive. Morris with the bucket. Now it's a 6-point Detroit lead.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And here is Green. Takes a three. The shot misses. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks watched in his stockpile.
I know he's feeling real good about his decision. He's one of the bright coaching stars in our league.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yeah, whether it's blocking out in the paint or knifing in from the perimeter, they're focused on creating second chance opportunities.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Detroit, Big Daddy, he's in at point guard. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Young, and it's Ellenson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Morris with the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Celtics trail by 5. Outside Thomas. With some arc. Detroit with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to move against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was amazed at their execution. No matter how loud the arena got, they remained calm and in control.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the players Boston really wanted when they traded Rajon Rondo to Dallas a couple of years ago was Jay Crowder. And since Crowder arrived in Boston, he's been a culture setter. Arriving in the midst of a losing streak, he said, "I lost my mind. I pulled Coach Stevens to the side and asked him, what are we trying to do here?" Crowder wasn't done. He went to the front office and to teammates. He said, "I play to win." Kevin, he'll accept nothing less.
Great stuff, D.A. Thank you. Crowder is checked in for Boston. Avery Bradley comes in for Green. And Detroit with a change here, too. Lewis checked in. And Olynyk kicks to Thomas. Pocket 6. From 13. Rebound by the Pistons. Lewis got 5 rebounds tonight. Shoots the 3. And the foul called on Justice Young. That is his first foul of the game. Different look here for his foul. Celtics trail by 5. Johnson outside. Feeds it to Green. All alone. Kept alive by Boston. Zeller. A tad short, but it's good on the front iron.
Smart man knows his skills. Zeller staying around the rim with the second effort.
Young outside. Harris outside. Back to Young. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's now 7 points for Justice Young. You know, Chris, for a lot of players, being called a tweener is a bit of a backhanded remark. It means they have no true position. But that might be a compliment for Tobias Harris.
You're right, Kev. That is exactly the case with Harris. He's considered a tweener just because he can have a large impact at both forward spots. He has the strength and ability to finish inside at the 4, but he's a good enough shooter from range to play the 3 and has no problem defending from either spot.
The shot's good from Big Daddy.
Good look, Denny. And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Now Smart, 5 points in the game. Now the dish to Johnson. Pass to Green. High post try. Rebound, Detroit. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Now this would be a totally different ball game if his shot was on target like it usually is.
Passes it to Levens. Pistons passing it around. It's Young on the wing. The Big Daddy passes to Young. Harris with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. There's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Pistons have shot 75% of the strike, 6 of 8.
Now, one thing you know you're going to get from Tobias Harris every night is activity. He's always moving at a high speed, whether the open floor or in the half-court set. He opens up space and gets a lot of easy looks because of how he moves around the floor. Man, that's just tremendous court vision and timing. That assist was right on the money.
Here's Smart. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. That one off the back iron and out. And Chris, with Harris and his activity, it's not unusual to see a player that is as active as him move the way he does. But it is unusual to see a player with that strength and build do it so easily.
Well, Kevin, he sort of reminds you of Sean Marion. That's the Matrix. He has a diverse skill set, gives you a little bit of everything on the offensive end.
Celtics trail by 12. Here's Green. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Green's got 5 points now this quarter. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. The Big Daddy passes to Marjanovic.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Smart. He's got 5. Outside, Green. And that one, good. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. I like.
And the 3rd quarter about ready to get underway. New group in for the Celtics. Zeller, he's checked in for Horford. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Amir Johnson. Brown, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Avery Bradley. And a different look here for the Pistons. Morris is checked in for John Lure. Young comes in for Marjanovic. Big Daddy's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Zudrick in for Reggie Jackson. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Zeller is out there with Kelly Olynyk. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5.
I mean, on offense, he has been a constant force. You Get him the ball, and there's a good chance he's going to knock that shot down.
He kicks to Olynyk. Back to Thomas. Brown outside. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, how about the quickness of that release? Brown just draining that catch-and-shoot jumper with ease.
They set the pick. Here's Big Daddy. He's got 9. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Celtics. Smart with the ball. 8 points for him. Ripped away. Udrich dishes to Morris. The Big Daddy passes to Harris. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Harris has got 16.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
They set the pick. Brown kicks to Thomas. 3-pointer. Kept alive by Boston. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Brown.
And Brown is superb at just keeping focused. Despite what the D throws at him, he gets the job done.
Screen by Young, and the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Crowder, he's checked in for Brown. Here's Big Daddy. 9 points in the game so far. Inside. Lets it go from 11. And again, Tobias Harris. Harris has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Whether it's inside or outside, Harris remains steady and ready to shoot the ball. He definitely has the trust of his teammates and coaches.
Zeller setting the pick for Smart. He feeds it to Thomas. Off the pick. Thomas with another miss.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Big Daddy. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Crowder. And the Celtics with a time-tested temper. Stock up on tough defenders, Chris, and find just enough offense to get the job done.
Well, and a scorer like Isaiah Thomas can really move that needle for you. But you're so right. So many talent evaluators, they just get infatuated with scoring. But when you start by looking for defenders, I think you're closer to a winning recipe.
And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These 2 guards are the most accurate in the league. Justice Young, 3rd.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
Oh, as a coach or a teammate, you want to leave him out there as long as you can so that he can ride that hot streak until he needs a breather.
Celtics trail by 10. Up top, Crowder, defended by Young. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And a lot of legends say nowadays, Chris, players don't have that same animosity they once had toward other teams, other players. Why is that? And which camp did you fall in?
Well, I think the world is smaller now. I think when you look at the fact of the internet and the fact that you can now watch your friends that maybe you met at camp in 14 and 15, you can watch them now through the various apps. I think it allows you to stay closer, you know, and allows you to build those relationships. The fact that everybody has a cellular phone now. So I think the world is smaller than it was when I played.
Yeah.
But there are some guys that I really respect and I haven't spoken to until after they retired, or until after I retired. And so I wasn't in the camp of kissy, huggy, Philly, all that good stuff. If I knew you and I played with you on another team, then I'd always show you love. But you could be my brother, and once the jump ball goes up, if you're on the other team, you know, for these 48 minutes, I don't know you, you know. So the only family I have during those 48 minutes is my mom in the stands cheering for me, my pops, and my 12 teammates and my coaches. I want to see guys fight and claw for it and compete, and not that you can't. It just kind of doesn't throw the impression that you are when you're singing Kumbaya together at halftime during the game, smiling and taking pictures.
That's an excellent point. Johnson, he's checked in for the Celtics. And Detroit with a change here, too. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Udrih. Caldwell Pope passes to Big Daddy. Here's Young. Another miss by Young. Celtics trail by 8.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Let's watch. Let's see what play they run here. It has to be a fast one.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Johnson the screen. Crowder. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Big Daddy. He's got 9. And Young kicks to Harris. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Thomas. Drops in the breakaway layup. Thomas got 7 points for the quarter.
Oh, man, speed is something that sets Thomas apart. I mean, he might not get up the highest.
Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Pace of play is a big part of tonight, okay?
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is up. Horford is checked in for the Celtics. And a different look here for the Pistons. Lewis checked in for Morris. Harris comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Young's checked in for Smith. And Big Daddy subbed in for Reggie Jackson. On for Detroit, Big Daddy, he's in at the point. John Lewis out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Young in at the 2. The Big Daddy passes to Marjanovic.
Gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And here's Bradley. Screen by Olynyk. Thomas outside. No good on that one. Here's Big Daddy. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Big Daddy. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Horford. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Big Daddy. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Dishes it to Horford. Here's the pass to Olynyk. It's Bradley on the wing. Back to Olynyk. 4 on the shot clock. Second chance effort. Thomas, no luck.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
No good from Big Daddy.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Crowder kicks to Thomas. The rebound by Marjanovic.
His shot is not on target right now. He better figure this out fast.
Here's Harris, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Harris has got 15 points in just the second half. Bradley kicks to Thomas. And it falls. Over the rim.
Only marvel at the finishing ability of Thomas. I mean, at his size, this is just remarkable.
Here's Big Daddy. Young left side. It's tipped. It's stolen by Bradley. Pushing it up. Here's Boston. And the wide open shot from Crowder misses the wing jam. Pistons leading by 6. Harris passes to Big Daddy. Harris kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Harris. To Big Daddy. 6 on the shot clock. Young from outside. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Crowder. And the miss, not the best shot selection there.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Hands it from downtown.
That one's for you,
nice
mama.
release there from Prez to knock down the triple.
I love his form. I mean, it's so repeatable and clean in terms of the release. Just great stuff.
Thomas. Lets it go with a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Thomas got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Boston. This is shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. The Big Daddy passes to Young. From deep. Again, Young missing.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, everybody goes through slumps. You can't let it get to them, though. Everyone makes mistakes on the floor. You just have to always be thinking about the next play. Now, look, that's pushing the action, carving out space for himself indeed.
And an intentional foul right there. Celtics making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. So it's Detroit now. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Oh, wow. And Harris is a guy that really offers a ton of versatility. He can play both forward spots and is an efficient scorer from just about anywhere.
A floater. Here's Horford. Horford outside for Thomas. From deep. Rebounded by the Pistons. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Yes, off a really small.
All right, bring it in. Let's talk, gentlemen. Look, I'm fine with our defensive effort, but I know we could be doing so much better on offense.
So a three and a quick foul make things interesting.
Anything's possible, but they're going to have to be perfect the rest of the way just to even have a chance.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Bradley dishes to Johnson. And there's the feed to Bradley. Right side, Thomas. Kicks it to Johnson.
Set up. Shoot it.
This one for three. Nails the tray.
One of the most competitive
Oh,
and courageous players you'll see. Tom rising to the moment.
And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Yeah! Woo! We did it! Yeah, we did. That was crazy, man.
Bananas!
Crazy.
I see.
Intervention. Come on.
What's up?
We're going out.
Oh, you guys are dating. Nice.
No, we're talking about when we land.
Have you ever been to Atlanta?
Nah, I've never been to Atlanta, actually. It's the first time.
You in?
Yeah.
助攻比他多，平均失误超多，天哪！短期合约，完成你的委托，并要求 BC 点注，非独占，高奖励。什么鬼？干，同一天哦。球迷奖励4000，还好啊。 睡前最后一场比赛。
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our coverage tonight from Phillips Arena as the Atlanta Hawks will be playing against the Detroit Pistons. Well, it was the Pistons winning their last game against the Celtics in Boston. A terrific underdog win in that last game.
How you feeling there, champ?
Struggling.
Hey, Prez, my man. What's going on out there? You're dragging.
Coach, just bad room service.
Yeah? Yeah, all right, we'll look into that. Hey, X, can you please look into the room service? It's killing our guys out there. Hey, just get some more Gatorade in you, okay? And then get back out there. What's it, the Atlanta flu? Just partying? Yeah? I love rookies.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sport. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, we know here in Atlanta, Mike Budenholzer has assumed the dual role of coach and GM of the Atlanta Hawks. Tough task, but he can draw on the experience in San Antonio. Greg Popovich has a similar role. Like Pop, Coach Bud makes sure...
He's done a terrific job, Dave. Thank you. And Brent, both sides can line it up from deep in this one. That's a given. How much does your defensive approach change when you're facing a team that can hurt you from deep all the time?
So you think about that, Kevin, that for 48 minutes, you not only have to...
Sure.
Atlanta leading by 6. Bazemore with it. Last game we saw him score 13. There's the pass to Hardaway. Trying his luck deep. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Hawks.
I'll just come out and say it. This has been a poor game for OJ, given the standard that they have set for themselves. But what is a bigger disappointment for me is how passive the rest of the team has been. I mean, when your stars are...
No easy buckets now. Hustle up. We're letting one guy look like a world beater out there. If we want to stop him, we've got to shore up our baseline D. Move your feet and funnel him to the middle. And if he passes, be ready to close out on the shooter.
Month of January, where they played perfect basketball. The starting 5, they were all named co-players of the month. That was a first in league history. Also the franchise's first time to the conference finals in that season. But after getting swept, you know they still have some work to do. And Boban Marinovic came to the NBA last season after his dominance in Europe and showed some real promise. At 7'3", 290 pounds, he's got a 7'8" wingspan. Big men don't get much bigger, but don't be surprised about his skills. He is a great passer.
Atlanta making a switch here. Korver's checked in. Here's the screen. Now the dish to Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Hardaway. And showing himself to be a big-time finisher inside, but Marjanovic also has a soft touch.
Yeah, just watch him, Kevin. When he steps to the free throw line, he'll show off that soft touch for you. The question marks, I think, more are at the defensive end. Can he make the right read? Does he have the quickness to swallow up guys driving to the basket? And probably most importantly, stay out of foul trouble.
They get it back. Here's Humphries. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Morris dishes to Young. Harris outside. Shoots from the line. Yep, that one goes. Harris has got 9.
What a quarter right here, establishing some confidence. 4 of 5 shooting the ball.
Now here's Bazemore, guarded by Harris. It's stolen by Morris. It's Young on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
What a tremendous stroke on the 3-ball. Young's range is lethal.
Splitter with a screen on Harris. Bazemore for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Bazemore's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Big Daddy. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston, and they call an illegal screen here.
Now that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
The Hawks leading. Outside Korver. They set the screen. He dishes it to Bazemore. Clock at 6. Tries from the block, and he comes up with the deuce. Now it's a 4-point Atlanta lead.
I love how Bazemore just takes it to the defense on the drive and finishes that one easily. Shows no mercy when the ball's in his hands.
Young against Hardaway. Pass to Big Daddy. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And something to keep an eye on tonight. Perez does not seem to be moving at his usual pace out there. Could be fatigue or perhaps a nagging minor injury. But he doesn't look right.
Or it could be that he was out exploring all the things this great city has to offer after dark. I know I heard at least a few fans talking about how they saw some NBA players at the club last night.
Well, as explosive as Perez has looked all season long, he has seemed to slow up a bit here over the last few games. Guys, what do you make of that?
I just think it's the season catching up with him. I'll bet my house on that. Right now, Perez is dealing with what is known as that rookie wall. And the first-year players, typically they'll run out of gas just because they're not used to playing this many games in a year.
And we'll get to see Justice Young here tonight. The New Jersey product was viewed as a bit of an undersized player, but he's shown he has the intangibles to make it work at this level.
A great point, and that's something that the Combine can't measure. It's the heart and fight, and this kid has a ton of that. Just repeatedly passed on, even though he has a great sense for the game and is making teams pay for not putting their faith in him.
Well, Perez was able to start his first NBA season with a title run behind him. He was a part of the great U.S. team that beat Australia in the finals in the summer.
Yeah, you talk about the best way to get acclimated to the NBA. I think Perez playing with the national team was perfect for him. Just the confidence boost that that tournament win provides and getting his feet wet with some of the all-time greats.
Harris on the double team. Pass to Hardaway. To the inside. Hawks passing it around. Young with the steal. Here's Morris. It's good. This game is all even.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
Splitter sets a screen. Korver passes to Bazemore. Splitter with a screen on Harris. Young with the steal. Here's Big Daddy. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Harris passes to Big Daddy. He feeds it to Young. 5 to shoot. Ring shot on the way. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball. This is my passion, you know, on the court. It's my sanctuary.
He It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Yeah, stop score.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
Well, those high-percentage shots have keyed their offense tonight, and until the defense packs the lane, no reason to shift their strategy.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Pistons, Big Daddy in at point guard. Marcus Morris is out there with John Lewis. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Young in at the two-guard spot. Dwight Howard's checked in for Atlanta. Millsap comes in for Kent Bazemore. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
Kicks to Scott. Outside Millsap. Scott with a screen on Morris. Count the basket. 8 points for him.
Yeah, and sure, Millsap could have taken that one himself, but instead gives the teammate the open look.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, T.A. Thank you. And the miss, not the best shot selection there.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now, he just does not have the touch. You can tell just by looking at his body language that he didn't want to take that shot, although the defense was more than willing to let him attempt it.
Back to Scott. Millsap kicks to Hardaway. Buries it from three-point range. Hardaway has got it all tied up now for the Hawks. Drummond the screen to the middle. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Hardaway for 3. And it's Lure with the rebound. Lure's got his 4th rebound in this one. Drummond dishes to Lure. Young against Hardaway. Young pass to Lure. Morris kicks to Lure. And it's sent back by Howard.
And Howard takes his shot blocking very seriously, skying up and sending him back with his impressive vertical.
Millsap kicks to Scott. That's short off the rim.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
And good defenders know it's about angles. Got great position and really bothered the release point. Well, a good first quarter. Good second. This could be a big night.
For Atlanta, they come in off a loss to the Suns in Phoenix.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, I think there was way too much one-on-one play for them in that game. Their ball movement was awful, and their offense stagnant. So not a prime example tonight of good team basketball.
passes to Morris. It's Young on the wing. Steps back and fires. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
It looked like he was in rhythm to shoot that one, guys, especially as open as he was. Just clanged it.
They set the screen. Hardaway for three. They get the rebound.
And sense of prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
And so we wrap up the first.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Just do what you've been doing, and it's smooth sailing. Let's go. Come on.
Welcome back, folks. Always so much activity going on here in the check in for the Pistons. Big Daddy comes in for Reggie Jackson. Pistons leading by 9. Paul Millsap out there with Howard. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Thabo Sefolosha. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And they're moving it up. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. This is to Millsap. Gets the front of the rim and out. Detroit's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. The Big Daddy passes to Harris. To the paint. Here's Drummond.
Well, I tell you what, it didn't take long for everyone to recognize that Andre Drummond was going to be a dominant rebounder in this league. He just inhales everything within his reach out on the floor. And then he's got that great blend of length and strength to get after every miss. Incredible feet and hands to go along with that. And this is a guy that just has superstar written all over him.
Excellent use of the screen that time. Sefolosha's got 9.
Well, that shot by Sefolosha goes up almost as soon as he catches the ball there. Really quick release.
There's a good screen. The feed now to Drummond. To the inside. Lure. Soft touch off the glass. Lure's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons. And it's hard to stop talking about Drummond. The rebounding, of course, helps him get the easy points. When it comes on the offensive end of the court, Greg, a terrific offensive rebound.
It's almost like a feedback loop with him. I mean, we get an offensive board, he gets an easy score. He starts getting on a roll, and then the next thing you know, he's going up for a 20-20 game.
Drummond the screen. The Big Daddy passes to Drummond. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
You look at the crop of point guards in the NBA today, maybe in the golden age of that particular position, maybe the strongest we've ever seen in league history. Some would say yes, some would say no. You're shaking your head there. What do you think?
I think it's just incredible the amount of talent that we see on a nightly basis in the point guard position.
You're in awe.
Absolutely in awe, and I'm also just infatuated, Kevin, with the stylistic differences of what it is that these players represent. The shock and awe of a Russell Westbrook will come right at you, right over you, and right through you. The finesse and incredible shooting prowess of Steph Curry, the bulldog mentality of a Kyle Lowry. And we have some amazing point guards in the league that do it in very different ways, but still lead their teams to great success.
Why now? Why now?
I'm not sure, especially when we talk about the NBA and what the NBA has represented for years. It's a bunch of tall guys who are really good that run around the court and throw the ball through the hoop. That's not what we're seeing. We're seeing skilled guys with remarkable ball handling ability, with incredible skill set, with their shooting prowess. And I'm not sure, but I'm enjoying it.
I am too. Pass to Howard. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Screen by Howard. Sefolosha dishes to Howard. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Hakeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Come on now, do better than that. Get up, boy.
Goaltending call right there.
Almost got to that shot in time. Just a split second late there. Caught it just barely on its way down.
Splitters checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. Young. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Mike Scott's checked in for Atlanta.
What you love about Young most, to me, is his work ethic. He gives every ounce of energy he has on both ends of the floor.
That's tipped. Feeds it to Scott. The 10-footer. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Young on the wing. Morris outside. He kicks it to Lure. Here's Big Daddy. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now the pass to Scott. There's the dish to Millsap. Scott with a screen on Morris. Bazemore for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Detroit with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Here's Big Daddy. Pass to Morris. Young outside, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You take a look at the Pistons. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place. And checking out Atlanta, a half game back.
And right now for the Hawks, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
It's got to be frustrating for them so far this year. Anytime it's appeared that they're ready to break out, they've suffered some sort of regression. It has them stuck right there in the middle of the standings. And even though he's been incredible from the field so far, his team still hasn't been able to get the edge in this one.
Passes it to Big Daddy. Back to Lure. Here's Big Daddy for 3. Young's shot is off. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Millsap kicks it to Bazemore. Splitter sets a screen. Bazemore passes to Millsap. And it's sent back by Drummond. And they're able to recover. Bazemore misses.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. The Pistons making a change here. Udrich is checked back in. The Hawks trail by 14. Pass to Bazemore. He dishes it to Splitter. They set the pick. Inside, in close. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Mike Scott's coming along at a great time in the NBA as a guy who is...
So it's the Pistons now. At one point, they led by 16. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Big Daddy, he's in at the point. John Lure's out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Young, and it's Drummond in at the 5. Young, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Bazemore inside the 3-point line. And all will come to the rim that time before dropping in. And you look at Mike Scott. He played at Virginia, a second rounder back in 2012.
And pretty quickly establishing himself as a good rotation player in Atlanta. Not a great rebounder or a defender, but there's always a place for shooting, especially if you're a big in the NBA.
Young in the corner. Again, Young missing. The Hawks trail by 11. And Bazemore kicks to Millsap. Howard against Drummond. There's a screen. Clock at 6. Back to Millsap. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, right now, Millsap is the guy you need to feed. He's knocking down everything out there.
The Big Daddy passes to Luke. Looking to end the drought. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And a big height advantage right there.
And sometimes it's not just the height, it's the flow in the shooting motion. Extremely effective from the mid-range.
Here's Millsap. Rejected by Harris. Here's Big Daddy, covered by Cephalosha. Young in the corner. And the pass to Big Daddy. Out to the right wing. The kick out to Young. Another miss by Young. The Hawks trail by 11. Cephalosha dishes to Bazemore. Can't cash in from close range.
Oh, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
The shot's good from Big Daddy.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Cephalosha kicks to Howard. Dishes it to Cephalosha. They set the screen. Screen by Howard. From outside the arc. Cephalosha misses.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
And the play was executed exactly as you draw it up until the very end. He's kicking himself.
Kicks to Lure. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shot left block. Harris right side. Pass to Big Daddy. Now here's Lure. Harris outside. The Big Daddy passes to Harris. Tries again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And so many teams now playing drive and kick offense. Dribble penetration is at a premium. Some players use raw speed. Others just have that feel. What makes, in your opinion, a great slasher?
I think a slasher who really is good at catching the defense off stride, Kevin, is one that just has tremendous timing. A guy that understands his teammate and when it is that his teammate is going to recognize where it is on the floor that he's going to be and when it is that he needs the ball in order to be an effective scorer.
Sometimes without any words, no communication, just a look or just a feel.
Just a quick glance and, you know, they'll do that two-point dance and all of a sudden that possession's over.
Bang. And that one falls for Millsap.
Well, you have to talk about Paul Millsap with glowing remarks to his skill set. One of the most skilled power forwards the NBA has, and you look up and down the stat sheet, he'll do it all. He'll block and steal and rebound and have assists. And oh, by the way, now able to stretch the floor out as a three-point shooter.
Here's Big Daddy. On the wing, Harris. Covered by Cephalosha. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, he really T-Rexed that one, guys, short-arming it. He should have taken more time to make sure he was comfortable shooting.
And there's the feed to Millsap. Detroit with the rebound.
The defense arrived just in the nick of time to throw him off there. So fortunate he missed that one, guys.
The Hawks trail by 14. We've heard a lot of talk around the league about the strain of the regular season, Brent. 82 games, putting a strain with the back-to-backs of 4 games in 5 nights.
I'm getting tired of you just talking about it, Kevin.
I'm tired of saying it.
I'm exhausted.
So what's the solution?
I really think that the preseason only needs to be 4 games. You could also do something, Kevin, with regards to training camp where you'd have Players in their first through 4 seasons come in for 10 days prior to the veterans coming into camp, the 4 preseason games, and then you're ready to go. So the NBA now, with their 22 affiliations with NBA D-League teams, have the opportunity for those guys to get in shape and learn the system going in between the big ball club and the D-League. But I think a shorter preseason schedule is on the horizon.
Excellent thoughts.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pistons.
Better shooting from the charity stripe was what made the difference, I think, in this one.
Yeah, the concentration and focus was there, and I think that was what allowed them to win this war.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight. And while it's a team game, you can't win without showing up. And that was the case tonight for Andre Drummond.
I mean, the guy was eating glass tonight. There's no other way to describe it. Showing so much effort on that end, and all those rebounds of his are why the score is what it is.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.
We got to get a look at that game film. I have a feeling there's a lot to learn.
Oh, hey, the Prez is in the building. Wow.
We heading home after this one?
Not yet. Soon enough, though.
So tired of planes and hotels, man.
Hey, man, I think we all are. But, hey, it's part of the grind. We'll be used to it soon enough.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hey, you two been looking good out there. I've been telling everybody y'all the new duo to look out for.
Yes, sir. OJ, baby. Orange juice.
All day. And look, Ice, I'm telling you, man, we bringing some titles back home to the city. Please believe.
That's right.
You predicting rings already? You think y'all can hang with Steph or King James?
Oh, soon. Very soon.
I like that, man. You gotta have that confidence to make it. If they don't believe it, who gonna believe?
I mean, I'm rooting for y'all. I'm just saying, y'all still new to the league, though.
Oh, you over there throwing shade, huh?
I ain't no hater.
You sound like one.
You know what? I apologize. Y'all go ahead with the whole OJ thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know about the orange juice, the OJ thing. The last person named OJ.
No, look, man, it's just us.
Very unlikable.
Well, we're trying to reclaim the name. It's just us having fun, man. You don't have to analyze it too much.
I'm sorry, man. It's just a horrible name, man. It just
I
makes
agree.
me. It's just one of those things that just strikes me. It's horrible.
It's a fresh name, like fresh squeezed
It's never
orange
fresh
juice.
at all.
All right,
Very old.
It's classic. It's timeless. Okay.
Okay, it's timeless.
Look. It's not gonna
like
be
orange
distraction. Okay, it's not gonna be distraction. I can guarantee it.
Hey, that's all I need to hear, man.
That's it.
I wish y'all the best. Orange juice is garbage, though.
Graham, why your chair always empty? Ain't this your place?
Yeah, I like the way I cut around here.
Switch the name, y'all.
Okay, so no, sí.
Must be nice.
Man, I'm telling you, like, I'm crazy about this stuff. I need a lifetime supply. Like, I'm trying to get Mountain Dew to holler at me. I was thinking about maybe carrying the bottle around places, like bringing it to press conferences, stuff like that, you know? Something?
I don't know, man. That kind of sounds desperate.
Well, it might be a little bit desperate. Come on, you're supposed to have my back.
All right, hey, all right. If it were me, I would just staple the bottle to my hand and just walk around everywhere with it. There would be no place I'm not with the Mountain Dew, you know? But hey, this is just what I would do. Call your agent. He's supposed to be the one to help you with this.
I know. I'm trying to think of stuff. But if you think of anything, let me know.
I think I have a few ideas.
差不多要收台了，该睡了。看看啊，到下午1点还好。独家合作者，不要好了。好了，感谢各位收看，再见。